Hello, it's my my real face today from phone cam. I thought I'd do something different today, and when I restarted my channel when I moved out to Dubai, the first things I did was I did a setup tour of my very minimal setup at the time, and a lot's changed and houses have been moved and all that kind of stuff. So I thought for 2022 I'd do an updated setup tour. So let's go have a look at my setup. So to give you the actual tour of the setup, we've got to give you the intro to the setup, which is up the stairs, and as you come into the bedroom, we turn into the office. This is going to be really shaky because of the fact that I'm walking and holding my camera, but as an overview, here is my setup. Now, let's throw in some B-roll and make it look real sexy first. Okay, hopefully that was nice to look at. Not sure how to do this, so I think we're going to start with the least interesting parts and then move up to the most interesting part, which is the sim rig. So we're going to start with the accoutrements of the room, starting with my art. So, with this awesome, amazing fantasy first appearance of Spider-Man comic poster, which I really like. My idea for this room was to put as much art in here as possible. Not doing a great job with that, but we're getting there eventually. Some foam for sound, because this room's quite spacey. The idea was to put more of it in here, but I haven't yet. And then over where I film my videos, I've got two lovely pieces of artwork that were bought for me by my parents for Christmas. One of the driver's helmets, and then one with the Crofty, it's lights out and away we go. I really like them. I think they add something to the videos. This one I've only just put up because I couldn't figure out where to put it. But it's up now, so you'll see it in a video whenever I do a video sat down on the seat. And then behind we have the little pegboard with a lot of cool little knickknacks. We've got some of the Gideon's Bakery menus, which is, you know, my other love, Disney. A little rock and roller coaster pin there. My lightsaber that I built myself, big nerd, and then some Star Wars Lego just hiding in there with a cactus plant. Also have Kylo Ren's lightsaber just hiding in there. But anyway, not sim racing related at all. So we'll move on to the desk. I'll do a quick rundown of the desk. It is a IKEA kitchen top, as I'm sure you've seen many people have, with the blue Alex drawers, because I think that's different to what everyone else was doing. We have the little corner over here of more knickknacks and light up things with a little sign and some stormtroopers and some more Star Wars stuff behind there because I'm a big nerd. More importantly, PC. So, my PC. This is the same PC case that I did a video on, which was one of the first videos when I brought my channel back. It's an H5 110 Cooler Master case. Really cool giant big fans in the front. Not had a problem with it, love the case. It's even got this cool like carrying handle on top if you want to move it. Never done it like that, but you know, just in case. PC specs, yeah, and we'll go through them, why not? So, it's had some upgrades since I first bought it and moved it into this case. It's still got a GTX 1070 Founders Edition because graphic cards are expensive. It has a Ryzen 5 3600 on an ASUS B550 board, 16 gig of RAM, but they're mismatched RAM, and a 1TB hard drive, and then a 500 gig SSD. I think that is everything. It does the job. It can power everything I need it to power. It's a workhorse, so I'm pretty happy with it. Onto the workstation. I've got two Lenovo G24s. I used to sim race on these. These are great monitors. They go up to 144 Hertz. They're 1080 and they're an absolute bargain. Why do I have two of them? I like how it looks. Pretty much they're fun monitors to have, and I like working on two separate monitors, which is cool. They're on just literally the cheapest monitor mount that I could find on Amazon, because, you know, invest in cheap monitors, cheap hardware. Anyway, moving on, down onto the desk. It's pretty much the cheapest keyboard that Amazon does. Although, Linus Tech Tips did a video on this and said this was an absolutely great keyboard. So I'm gonna take that. It is a great keyboard. I really like this keyboard. It's just a fairly cheap mechanical Red Dragon keyboard. But it does the job, and I'm not gaming on it, so it does the job that I want it to do. Then it's a Logitech G703 wireless mouse. Love this mouse, does everything I need it to do. It's wireless, it's great. It swaps between here and in the rig, so it's nice to have a battery life that lasts really long, and also a wireless mouse. That is the setup. I'm not gonna show you through my drawers because it's just full of junk. Now, cable management, it's getting there, all right? I need to find a way to route some cables, but you know, bear with me. It looks better than it does usually. Onto the rig. I've done videos about everything in this. It's a Trak Racer RS6 with a Thrustmaster T300 RS and the Ferrari 599 Alcantara wheel rim, Thrustmaster T3PA pedals, Sparko seat there, with this cool LED lamp thing that I got that you see in the back of all my videos. Was really cheap from Amazon. You may also be wondering, how do I use the keyboard if it's wired in there and I need to use it on the sim rig? Well, hold on, let me show you. Wabang! Sneaky little 60% keyboard. This is a keyboard that I bought for my girlfriend for her birthday, and I have stolen it back. It's a Royal Kludge keyboard. It is actually nicer than my keyboard, and I really, really like it, and the RGB is way cooler. But that's what I use for the sim rig. Instead of having to go all the way to the desk, I have one there just so that I can like Alt F4 when I've crashed in a race, but that's how I control that. My monitor, which I actually don't think I've really spoken about that much. I used to obviously race on the Lenovo's, the 24-inch. I wanted to go bigger because I'm doing single monitor. So what we've got is a Chinese brand. It's called Gameon. It's a 32-inch, 165 Hertz, 1080p panel. It is, and it's got a very, very slight curve. Look at the viewing angle on that. This is an awesome monitor, and you can regularly find them on sale. Skip Lenovo and all those like big name brands. Go for the Chinese Gameon brand. Fantastic. And then we've got a Sony A5000. It's an old model, which I use for filming a lot of the videos with a ring light behind it. So that's the, as you've seen in the videos, that's the angle we get. Although I have changed the angle a little bit. We're going a little bit higher. Yes, I have a piece of acoustic foam in the seat. It just makes it a little bit more comfortable. So when we pull back on the rig, that's where it fits in the room. This is why the Trak Racer RS6 was such a good pickup, because it fits in the space that I had. I've got added some blue LEDs on the bottom the other day. Don't know why, I just had them sitting around. It's all sat on a IKEA rug, which I just had in the room anyway. The camera is on a constant power supply right here, and that just runs into the wall. That's an annoying cable, don't know what to do with it. More acoustic paneling that I should have put up. And then lastly, the monitor is just on a monitor stand on the table. I very much realize this is not the best way to do this, but I couldn't think of a better way to do it. So it is literally balanced here, and then it extends out to there. It does have RGB on the back, which if you're into that, that's great. But when you sit down in front, and I'll try and mimic what I see, when you sit down in front, you know, you get a pretty good view, and there's nothing much blocking the way of you trying to see and race, and it makes a nice little cozy area for you to race. So yeah, I usually leave this for racing, and then all the editing I do on this desk. Let me show you my ergonomic chair. Quabang, my lovely ergonomic IKEA chair. that's very comfortable sitting on. It's harshly uncomfortable, but you know, that's what I used to sim race on, so having that is much, much nicer. Just a few other little things in case anyone had any questions. These are the gloves that I use for racing. They are cycling gloves. They're nicely sort of perforated to stop your hands getting really sweaty. They're comfy, really breathable. I really think they're handy. They were super cheap. They do have a hole in them, so I am in the market for a new set of gloves. But they do a really, really great job, and I can wear them all day and not get sweaty hands or anything. Headset, at the moment, it's a Razer Black Shark V2, the wired one. It does the job. It's quite low down on my list, but I am in the market for a new headset. I would love a wireless headset, but I think for racing, I might just switch to in-ears because I don't use the microphone on there. I use the microphone that I have attached to the rig. So these don't exactly do the job because I can't take the microphone off, but not a bad pair of headphones at all. I'm just looking for something different. And then finally, I thought I'd show you my microphone situation. This is the same USB cheap microphone that I've been using. I am in the market for a new microphone and a whole new audio setup, so I promise the audio might sound a little bit better, but it is literally clamped to the shifter mount because I don't have a shifter, and then we just pull it across and it runs all the way back over the top and into the PC. Look, I never said it was going to be perfect. So there you have it. That's just a little setup tour of what I've got going on in my little office here for 2022. Hopefully, if things are going well with the channel and, you know, everything else in my life, we'll have another setup tour with hopefully some new equipment later on down the line. That's wishful thinking, but you know, all you can do is hope. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's something a little bit different, but we are trying sort of different things on the channel this year. Hopefully doing some more hardware reviews. Just need to get my hands on some more hardware. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me and keep up to date with everything that I'm doing in the description down below, Instagram, TikTok, and all that. And until next time, I will see you again. Goodbye.